Hey guys, welcome to Tiny House Customs. I'm Dan. In this video I'm going to show you how to remove and deal with the number one problem when it comes to a tiny house. Can you guess what it is? It's right there. Not there, but kind of over there. Mold.
Gold! Oh, sweet! Awesome! That is our ticket out of this.
Peanut, I said mold, not gold.
Ah, man, I knew it was too good to be true.
So if you don't know this yet, but the number one problem with a tiny house is mold. Yes, mold. I don't know why that mold is a problem in tiny houses. Maybe it's because it's a small space. There's a lot of moisture that comes from different things in your tiny house. But to me, I don't understand. I mean, I've had sheds in my backyard that never got mold. But my tiny house, if you can see behind me, right here, do you see this? That is mold. And yes, it's that good kind that you can like scrape off and put on crackers. Black mold, which is definitely not the most healthy thing to have in your house. So there's many problems that come with mold. Once mold gets into wood, it's nearly impossible to remove it. The only way to remove this mold is to remove this plywood and re-plywood this wall, which that would cost close to $1,000, and I'm not for that. So what I'm going to do is kill the mold with bleach and a water solution. I'm going to dry it out. Now, as long as the wood stays dry, the mold won't grow. And the mold, I believe, will eventually die because there's no moisture. Mold needs moisture to continue to grow. So the exterior of my house will soon be sided, hopefully, within the next few months. And it's going to be a dry few months, so I don't have to worry about it getting wet. It will eventually die. Now, I've also noticed that anywhere that I had insulation put, I don't have any mold underneath it. So my whole lower section of my house, my bedroom and then my mechanical room, which is underneath me, is insulated already with Roxol insulation. And in certain places, there's a vapor barrier. So on this opposite wall, half of the wall is insulated and half of it doesn't have insulation on it. So you can see here I have vapor barrier and then I have the Roxol insulation underneath it. Now if I peel this back, you can see there's no mold behind there. Now I do have mold right here, which means I should have mold right behind here, but there is none. So definitely a strong supporter of the Roxol insulation. If I were to reach my hand down here and pull this back, I've got no mold behind that Roxol insulation. So this is going to be the deciding factor on why I decided to use Roxol insulation. It has kept my bedroom at an awesome temperature. It keeps the heat in there. It keeps the cool air in there. I've been in this house for 6 months, so I've gotten to experience all the seasons basically. I haven't gotten to the heat of the summer yet, but I've gotten to experience a lot of it. Just the fact that it repels moisture, it's fire resistant, are two of the huge things that I have been concerned about with my tiny house. I've worked with multiple different types of insulation. This product is far superior than any other insulation you could use. Imagine putting fiberglass insulation into your walls. As soon as that stuff gets wet, it literally is like cotton candy when it gets wet. It literally just melts into nothing, and it's horrible, and it can let mold just go crazy. Another one would be spray foam. I'm not sure if you've priced out spray foam, but this is going to be a third of the cost of spray foam, and I just can't understand why you would pay $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 to have your tiny house spray foamed. So this product, Roxol insulation, is a reasonable value, and it has so many positive benefits, and that's why I would definitely recommend this product. So now let's remove this mold that has become a problem in my tiny house. So to kill mold, all you need to do is get a bleach and water mixture and scrub it, and it will kill the mold. After it's been scrubbed and removed, I need to dry it completely, and then I can insulate. So right now I'm going to go and scrub all the places that have mold on it, but I need to mix up my formula. I read online that you're supposed to do like this much with this much water, and I can't remember exactly how much it is. That feels good to me. So I bought some Scotch-Brite pads and also a scrub brush. Now I don't want this mold to become airborne. I want it to get saturated completely. So I'm going to use a Scotch-Brite pad soaked in the bleach and lightly rub it and try to prevent any of that dust from coming off. So now that I have that area wet down so that the mold spores won't become airborne, I'm going to come in with a scrub brush. I'm going to wet that down and just scrub this. So now I just have to let it dry, and then I'm going to put the insulation in. Alright, so it's been over 24 hours and this has completely dried now, and you can see that most of the mold is gone. There is still a little bit of black dots here. This bay right here I had done twice just because of the way things had worked out. So I think I'm going to go back and redo these. I did do the rest of the house. Anywhere there was any signs of mold, I did the rest of the house. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this was the worst section of the house. That is freaking amazingly beautiful. It looks like brand new plywood again. So I think I'm just going to hit these sections right here. One thing I had a hard time doing was getting the wall wet. So I was using like a sponge and I was applying it that way. But I found this thingy right here, like a little fertilizer or weed killer. I don't know what the hell it is, but oh, there's water in the top of it. But I filled that up with some water and bleach. And I've been using that to spray it on. And then I can scrub it with the scrub brush. Alright, so I got that sprayed and scrubbed down again. I'm going to let that dry for 2 or 3 days. Now to help with moisture, I also bought some of these things where they damp rid. And basically it's a crystal that goes in there. It attracts the moisture. And it's supposed to collect water. I don't see any water in there though, so maybe I'm not moisturing it up. But I bought one of these and then I bought a bunch of refill crystals that go in there. But I'll probably put these throughout the house here and there just to help with some of the moisture until I can get some ventilation fans installed to suck moisture out. I did post a picture over on my Instagram page of Roxol insulation, and somebody, one of my followers over there said that they were surprised how much heavier Roxol insulation was. I did some research on it. Fiberglass insulation for the same square footage is like 15 pounds, where this would be 50 pounds. Personally, I'm not concerned about weight at all in my tiny house because I'll never go over the road legal weight limit of something that somebody without a CDL can't carry. I'll just have to get larger axles on my tiny house, which I feel like I'm going to do anyways because of some of the wood that I'll be putting in this house. Just this door alone weighs way more than a typical door, and my windows are going to be the same. So weight is not a concern to me, and the benefits of this product being water repellent and mildew resistant, also fireproof, that outweighs any of the negatives that you could possibly think of. So I strongly recommend this product. So once that completely dries, I can start installing the Roxol insulation. I'm going to do a video completely going over everything you need to know about installing this product. But that was really an episode about mold removal and ways to prevent it. Definitely I need to install some type of ventilation fan, a circulation fan. And there will be a big box, I'm assuming, built up here that is going to hold a fan vented out, and it'll be the vent for the house. This will be the shower, so it'll be the most moisture in here, but it'll also vent the rest of the house. I think that's it for this video. I think that was a cool video. If you're new to my channel, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to see the tiny house, I have a tour video of my tiny house, but it's not on YouTube. Well, it is a little bit, but not really. It's only on my Patreon page. So if you want to see what the rest of my house looks like, please go check me out on Patreon. A small contribution will give you advanced access to all my content that I have, and it'll also be behind the scenes type videos that you'll get occasionally. Not all the time, but they'll be up there. That's it. Make sure you leave your comments below and hit that thumbs up. Again, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next video.